Hey guys, welcome back to the channel with more Euphoria. This is season 1, episode 6, and wow, this show is just, it's really hard to watch. Honestly, it's like super fascinating and interesting, but it's also, your favorite characters are never too happy for too long. And last time, seeing Maddie be unable to shake Nate, be so in love with him, despite him choking her, that was really hard to watch. And I don't know, we've got a lot of storylines that have yet to be resolved in these last 3 episodes, so it'll be interesting to see how they work themselves out. Yeah, I'm just going to dive right into it. If you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. And after you're done, you can also watch the next week's episode as well. But yeah, let's get started.
I love this cultured hell that tests my youth.
However strong you think you are stronger.
Her vigor flows like tides into my blood, giving me strength, erect against her hate. Her bigness sweeps my
It's not the stance of a wide receiver, I guess. You learn basics of everything.
King and stay here.
However strong you think you are stronger. Great work, son. Some water. Get ready for practice.
Get ready for practice. Damn. That's how people get great, right?
Taking everything you feel, all your frustrations, your anger, your rage, you bottle it up. You take your position, and when that snap comes,
You let
let it explode.
He began to imagine a life in the NFL. And then he got to college, and he realized that everyone on the team was as good as him. And he realized
17-yard gain.
he didn't stand a chance of going pro. He just couldn't understand how she could have so little respect for herself. But the thing that really pissed him off was when she played dumb about it, like at the carnival. They were jealous of him because she was his.
Is that much different than the way Nate feels about Maddie?
Every time I feel good, I think it'll last forever.
Wow. You look fucking amazing. Thank you. I don't really feel it, but, you know.
Really?
But it doesn't.
You Ted Bundy?
You're Alabama Morley.
Yes, I am. I'm Alabama Worley. From True Romance.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, Cass. I feel like if we go to this party and you dress like that, I ain't gonna ever hear the end of it.
Okay, so what do you want me to do about it? This isn't even a real costume, okay?
Jeez.
Yeah, it is.
You're so fucking worthless.
She now had 4 men that she cammed with on a regular basis.
Wow.
All of whom she affectionately referred to as her pay pigs.
Let me see you oink, piggy.
My dream in life is to bankrupt you.
She was getting a number of incoming requests for cam sessions.
300. Is it standard procedure to turn it down, or like to get more, or? Hi Lexi. Oh my god. That is such a cute that's such a cute costume.
The painter from PBS.
Aww. It's really cute. No, don't laugh at her.
Creepy. You know when you're with someone and things just aren't right, but you're afraid to ask because the answer might be worse than the feeling right now. Sometimes you check in on Jules.
It's not her photos, is it? You son of a...
Is that Gia?
Oh boy. Yeah, didn't think that was over.
Gotta be fucking joking. While in rehab, there's some real fucked up motherfuckers. We're talking people who are on the hook for armed robbery, attempted murder.
It's true. I went once. It was scary.
You know what happens when you spend an extended amount of time? These are the kind of people who will strip you fucking naked and go to work on you with a pair of pliers and a blowtorch. Do you hear me?
Rue, I think he understands.
I don't think he understands.
Tell her you understand.
I understand.
There you go. Don't go in there.
Gia, I think you look really nice tonight.
Look, I owe you an apology.
Nah, come on now. You good?
Bro, man,
Oh, Fez, it's good. Really?
I said some really fucked up shit I didn't mean.
'Cause I don't believe nothing a drug addict said. I love you, I hate you, you the best, go fuck yourself. It's all the same shit, you know what I'm saying?
I need you to know that I'm sorry. And I love you.
Love you too, kid.
No.
Thank you for not selling me drugs.
As your friend, I got you.
Aww.
You sober?
I've been fucked up so long that it kind of feels like a new drug.
Oh no.
The highs are high.
You think you can stay mad? You can't stay mad at me. Look at
What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm on board with killing every last one of them.
Okay.
She's telling people about this. Hopefully just Lexi. Thank you. Okay. Hopefully just Lexi. Oh shit. His father's advice. Bottle it all up.
Why do you have your shirt on?
What?
Okay, like,
So do you not want to have sex anymore?
no, I mean, I guess.
Are you kidding? Oh crap. No.
Then get undressed.
I mean, do what you want with him. Just break up with McKay. I mean, you should have broken up with McKay to begin with, like several times. Oh.
How many people have you had sex with?
0.
Like sex.
Oh, holy shit, you're a fucking virgin, aren't you? Is that why you want to fuck me?
No, it's
So,
not.
so you don't?
No, I mean,
You do or you don't want to fuck me, Ethan?
I do want to fuck you.
Well, I don't fuck virgins.
Says the one who was a virgin like a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Get too emotionally attached. Plus, they're too shy. I like to fuck people that know how to fuck.
Looks like he knows what he's doing. Whoa.
By summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower.
How are you so
when
poetic when you're drunk? This lighting is incredible. Oh crap. Anxiety attack.
Daniel, I can't. 'Cause I feel really guilty about it.
I wouldn't.
That is just wow.
Hey!
Lex? What's up? You seen your sister?
Oh, she went home a while ago.
She's not
Wow.
answering my phone calls right now.
Covering for her.
I feel really drunk. I should just go home.
Wait, are you joking? Who the fuck do you think you are? You think I'm here because I'm
Get
interested
out.
in you?
Get out.
And what you have to say, or what you think about things as if you're so fucking interesting? Fuck, are you dumb? Like, every time you start talking, I think to myself, who the fuck does this girl think she is? You are so fucking boring.
You don't have to listen to
Hey.
this. Get out. Get out.
I'm gonna be honest with you because no one else will. Any guy who says he's interested in you beyond just fucking you is full of shit.
He's lashing out because he's a fucking
So good luck with your boyfriend.
piece of shit.
I just gotta go. I use the bathroom.
Uh-huh. Oh. Oh no.
I'm a burden, and it is what it is, and it's embarrassing and it's stupid, but it's true. So I'm sorry.
don't say that. You're not a burden.
Lexi out here being so sweet to everybody. If anything happens to Lexi, I'm gonna freak. She left. What does he need from Jules? Last time he put up his hoodie, he went to Tyler's. This is it. This is Tyler's again. He's gonna try and blame the choking on... Oh, crap. And have Jules corroborate it. Really? Oh, crap.
I look around and everyone's good. Like, really, really good. I'm not the best. I know if I'm not the best, there's no way I'm getting drafted. I don't know what to do with that.
You're in your first year. People, they grow up. Come
It's
on.
all in your head. You let doubt creep in. Done.
Sup.
Morning, Tyler.
Go to jail for assaulting someone, or
Options.
go to jail for statutory rape?
You became enraged. And you choked her.
What's my other option?
She got intoxicated. She was raped in the swimming pool by a 22-year-old college student named Tyler Clarkson, who on the second night of the carnival assaulted and raped her again.
Jeez.
Cannot prove that I was at the carnival.
Oh, damn.
I'm here to confess to a crime. We got a girl in 202 says she witnessed the Perez assault.
Ah, frickin'
I was
Jules.
walking to the bathroom, and I saw this guy yelling at this girl. He grabbed her by the neck and kind of like pushed her up against the side of the trailer.
I'll ask you one more time. Are you telling us the truth?
She's being coerced, but... God. And the assaulter, the blackmailer, he gets cheered. Freaking... Can they just go to jail already? Please? Alright guys, so this episode focused a lot on McKay, and it was really rough watching a lot of that. But first we see him as a kid being pushed by his father, and he's repeating like these words to himself, and I don't know if these things are like the idea of repeating the same thing over and over to yourself again and again is like stereotypically African American, but I've seen a lot of videos of black parents doing it with their kids, and it's really sweet and definitely a very interesting thing to do. I guess the idea is that if you hear yourself saying the same thing over and over again, that it gives you confidence in some way, which McKay could do a little bit more of, by the end of this episode. But yeah, Rue narrates that McKay hated his father for the pressure he put on him, but he understood that he was just trying to push him because he was special. But then his father gave him that piece of advice, like bottle up all that anger and let it explode out onto the field. Like, it's good for football, but you also have to teach him not to do it with like regular human freaking interactions. Like, you could tell how hard McKay worked to bottle things up after those assholes humiliated him. And then he just went back to Cassie and just wanted to have sex. It was just like, are you freaking kidding me? But yeah, it's his situation football wise is really interesting, because like a lot of people playing college football, D1 college football, are like the best from their town, and then they leave and there's this like shock at the next level. But I do feel like McKay is giving up a little too soon. Like, he says everyone is just as good as he is. If you're as good as a bunch of people as a freshman, even like as a redshirt freshman, if you're good enough to be recruited, this isn't the time to give up. And I mean, it's still very, very possible that he might not be good enough for the NFL, but because he's giving up before he even trying, and that's the thing, the incantations, maybe McKay's father's incantation of like, no matter how strong you think you are, you're stronger, or whatever it was. It's possible that drives him even more, and maybe he gets back into it. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think the NFL season started not too long ago, and I think the biggest thing that a lot of the most successful players have is this like supreme confidence that no matter what, they're gonna get the job done. I'm a Cardinals fan. If you've I guess if you've heard me talk about football on this channel, you know I'm a Cardinals fan. And like just a few weeks ago, our rookie quarterback, Kyler frickin' Murray, in his first start, he was down 18 points in the fourth quarter, played horribly all through the game, and he had just zero doubt in his mind that they were going to come back. And yeah, we wound up scoring 21 points, but we wound up tying, which is so close. But my point is, like, McKay doesn't have the confidence. He doesn't have that confidence and belief. And he's like too much in his own head. Like his offense coordinator is breaking down film, and in the meantime, he's like calculating his chances of going pro. He's like missing out on stuff that would actually increase his chance of going pro. It's like, come on, man. There's actually an ESPN segment called "Come On, Man." But yeah, like plus most guys redshirt their freshman year and sit on the sideline. So I mean, I don't know, guys. But yeah, beyond that, he's just not a good boyfriend to Cassie. Like, if you're gonna hold her past against her and make her feel bad for it, like that's just, and guilt trip her over it. It's just, don't date her in the first place. Then he doesn't approve the way she dresses, like forcing Cassie to change. Is there that big a difference between that and Nate yelling at Maddie to come back dressed like a fucking person? Like, is there that big of a difference? But yeah, McKay is thinking about how people will view him because of her, and like it's her life. Let her. It's annoying. But yeah, I spent the first my feelings for McKay. Like I feel for him, and I also am mad at him. But then that scene with complete violation of him, they pulled him out of bed with Cassie, and I don't know if they actually raped him or simulated it. Like, either way, freaking traumatic. Like, and like based on that screwed up advice that his father gave him, bottle it up. You could see McKay doing it. I mean, like, great acting from Algie Smith. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, Algie. That acting was top notch. And yeah, McKay, like, he was just not equipped to be having sex in that moment, but he wanted to like shove everything down and go on like nothing happened. Possibly felt like he needed to feel like a man again. And Cassie, like, I don't know if she was scared. She was scared of him in that moment. I'm not even gonna pretend that there's a possibility that she's not, but like, she definitely didn't feel like she could say no in that moment. And then he turns her around so he doesn't have to see her face. I don't know if that like consciously, because like he knew what he was doing was wrong. He knew he was hurting her, and she didn't want to face what he was doing. Either that, or I don't know. I'm not sure, but I mean, he has to be aware of what he's doing, right? I don't know, but yeah, it was horrible to watch. There's so much trauma that he needs to work through, and I assume that's what he was coming to the party to talk to Cassie about, hopefully. But yeah, but at the second party, freaking Daniel, entitled piece of shit. Like, first of all, what kind of Halloween costume is Ted Bundy? This is the guy who kidnapped, raped, and murdered young girls. Like, seriously. And then Kat, dressed as a nun, super funny, actually points out to him that Ted Bundy was taller. And that was like, was that the first interaction? I mean, I think that's the first interaction we've seen with them as adults, or almost adults. And do we have the confirmation that it's the same Daniel that broke up with her when she was a kid? Because I do see the similar look, and I've been operating under the assumption that it is, which makes the ending scene between the two where they're like smiling at each other a little weird. But yeah, I don't understand exactly. But yeah, Daniel, the way he treats Cassie, my God, he's just like a terrible, terrible human being. Like most of the guys in this show, there are like two somewhat. Ethan's a good guy. Like I suspected him at first, but he seems like a genuinely like good guy. Cal is not a horrible guy, which is as much as I can say. Like I don't know, but every other guy is like a horrible guy, or has too much trauma to be a good person in the moment, like McKay. Yeah, we have all these other Halloween storylines. But speaking of cats, her and Ethan, it's just like I was saying. I trusted none of the dudes on the show in the beginning, and he just kind of like wormed his way into like my good graces because he just like seems to be trying to do things right and trying to be kind and like be a nice person. And then Kat is just so mean to him. Like, why would we hang out again? Like, ugh, what the, like that was just so. I mean, he's absolutely right when he was like saying the other day, like the other episode, like why are you being suddenly so mean to me? And then like she makes his attempt at friendship into like and something just trying to be nice, and she was just like, oh, if you want me to suck your dick or fuck you, just say it. And I don't know. And then she has the thing where she's just like, oh yeah, I don't sleep with virgins. Like this holier than thou attitude, I guess, is kind of fitting given that she's a nun for Halloween. But like, what the heck, man? But yeah, he came while giving her oral, and when he came back, she was gone. And I don't know what to make of that. Like, why did she leave? Did she know what happened to him? Did she was clearly like she was enjoying it. And then she's like minutes later she's smiling at Daniel. I don't know what's going through her head anymore. Like this whole empowering thing has like gone to her head. Like it's made her just a mean person. Which I do enjoy the parts. It's really funny when she's like talking to her. Is it the term Johns, or is that only reserved for like people you actually have sex with? I don't know. But the people she's on camera for, the oinking. Oh God. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm not gonna say I will never kink shame, but that is whole. I just have to laugh at that at the very least. Oink oink oink. Oh God. Meanwhile, like one of the highlights of this episode was Lexi. Her Bob Ross costume, like just a completely different level of cute and hilarious. Honestly, if I was at a party just based solely off of like their look alone, based off of their costumes, she is who I would talk to, and I wouldn't even. I probably wouldn't even know that it's Lexi or that she's a girl, but like I would just be like, okay, that is a great costume. I'm gonna go talk to that person. Like Cassie is super hot, and Jules so hot. She looked amazing, and I actually like Rue's costume a lot too. But like Lexi's costume is just too good. I would have to go talk to her, just to compliment the costume at the very least. But yeah, she has been such a good friend to Rue. Rue wanted to leave after she was seeing Jules kind of unravel, and she was just saying like, I'm a burden. Like people can't. Yeah, she's just sad that she's getting in the way, it feels like. And Lexi just like comforted her. It's like, you're not a burden. And she's a good sister. She turned McKay around when he was about to open the door to Cassie and Daniel. Which, yeah, I mean, what Cassie was doing is wrong, and covering that up, I don't know how exactly I feel about that. But she's protecting her sister, which you have to do. I mean, I don't know. It's... What I was saying in the middle of the episode, though, is that if anything happens to Lexi in this series, I'm going to be really pissed, because she's just a golden ball of light, and I don't want to see anything bad happen to her. And then there's that scene with Fez and Rue. That scene where Rue asks for forgiveness and then thanks him for not selling her drugs. That hit really hard. And, like, he knows the deal, though. Like, he's just like, oh yeah, like whatever drug addicts say, I love you, I hate you, like it doesn't matter, like they'll say anything. But like he really does care about her. And yeah, like And then her admission that being off drugs is almost like a new drug because it's like something new. It's just insane to me. Like, that's wow. But yeah, Rue having a very bad feeling about Jules is very hard to watch. Jules just not wanting to be in charge of Rue, not wanting to chaperone her, not wanting to look after her. Like, she just kind of, like, part of her wants to be just young and dangerous and fun. And that poetry she was reciting, like, I don't know if it's like an actual poem or if you just like started speaking like that on the spot. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. She didn't want to have to deal with taking care of Rue in any way. And yeah, I mean, in the moment you're not gonna pay too much attention to it because you're just like focused on what's on screen, but like playing it back, I'm just like, damn. And I don't know if Rue understood it at the time either. And then that several lines later, she's like, this bud of love by summer's ripening. Wait, no, I'm saying this wrong. This bud of love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when we next meet. So yeah, she's saying like this love that blossomed in summer, or it's budding during the summer. It's not going to become a flower until when they next meet. Like, she's just not ready for something this serious right now with all this responsibility. But she leaves it open for their love to blossom into a beautiful flower when they meet again, possibly when Rue is better capable of taking care of herself. So maybe, I don't know, foreshadowing for season 2. The way this is heading, I don't see them lasting till the end of season 1. So maybe foreshadowing for season 2. I don't know, guys. This is all... It's really this show is so good. I'm loving it. I'm hating it and loving it at the same time. But then, of course, you got to talk about Nate. Freaking Nate. Him and his father and his family can't eat at a restaurant because of what Nate did, which is really interesting. Like, the depiction of like what would happen in a small town. And it's very curious that people will get like ostracized like that. Like, meanwhile, you have like, cause yes, what he did was horrible, but like people do way worse things, and like people do not care at all. Like in real life, like in the United States, we have like people. Alabama, nearly half of Alabama will outright vote for a politician who has been like multiple credible accusations of raping children, and like he almost got elected. And yeah, it felt a little odd. I thought for sure Nate would just get off scot-free because he's like a popular white boy athlete, the son of a guy who built like half the city. And maybe, I guess it depends on the town. I don't know if you guys have experience with this kind of thing happening in smaller towns. I mean, I want the kid locked up for everything he winds up doing and will do in the last 2 episodes, because I have to imagine it'll only get worse from here. But I was just like, whoa, he's like actually facing some consequences. This is like, yeah. But yeah, he takes it to another complete level this episode, threatening Tyler into, god damn it, like threatening Tyler into confessing to assaulting Maddie, or else he'd have Maddie report him for raping her and then assaulting her as well. And then Nate blackmails Jules to give false testimony. Like, Nate has no limits to what he's willing to do to get his way. Just like an entitled little shit. And then he winds up walking free and clear into the party with Maddie. I really want the police to look into this, but I also don't want Jules to get in trouble, because that is a huge prison sentence. Like, but I don't feel like Maddie's mom is just gonna buy that. Like, they would have said something if that was the real thing, instead of letting them like butt heads for so long, like being away from each other for so long. And then this Nate, this arrogant prick, is like, I'm drinking to you, Jules. Like, and Jules definitely needs to tell someone. Like, I wish you could go to Cal, because he did offer, like, is there anything I can do for you? I wish you could go to him and just like have him make this all go away somehow. Man, I don't know what to expect from the next episode. It seems like they might just continue with the party. It's possible. Like, every episode has been like a somewhat jump in time, but I feel like it could just continue with the party. It feels like it's not done. But yeah, Cassie was walking by herself home, which I'm not. I mean, it seems like a safe neighborhood, but you never know. At the very least, Daniel didn't leave the party, so he's not gonna rape her in an alleyway or something. It's interesting. Like, I wasn't, like, the past few episodes, I've been, like, very afraid for people's safety, and that wasn't the case here, but there was still, like, a lot of tension in this episode. Euphoria is, like, the show where I, like, talk the most after each episode. It's amazing. But my throat is dying, so that's gonna be it for this time, guys. If you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Please leave a like. It really helps out the channel a lot. And if you want to watch the next episode right now, it's also over on Patreon as well. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, friends.